Breaking news, guys. Tim Burchett strikes back. That's right, guys. Tim Burchett isn't having it with this whole business of shutting down the hearings in the House Oversight Committee. He wants to push the ball forward and keep UFO disclosure going. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right to it. Tim Burchett, Jared Moskowitz, and Anna Polina Luna wrote a letter to the Inspector General of the Pentagon, basically delivering an ultimatum. This is amazing. This is incredible, guys. Wait until we get into it. But first of all, my hat is off to all three of those representatives for the courage it takes to pursue this matter in the face of obstruction and the cover-up in general. Now, of course, as many of you know, the Inspector General is who David Grush gave his classified evidence to. And in fact, it's not just David Grush, but people that David Grush interviewed who are actually part of the UFO retrieval and reverse engineering operations. Those direct witnesses to this evidence came forward to testify privately to the Inspector General. And it is hoped that at some point, some of those guys will come forward to testify publicly. But that's never going to happen if the cover-up continues and if the obstruction is allowed to stand. And that's where this letter comes into play. Okay, enough preamble. Let's get into the letter. Dear Inspector General Monheim, on July 26, 2023, the House Oversight and Accountability Subcommittee on National Security, the Border and Foreign Affairs held a hearing on U.A.P. During the hearing, Air Force veteran and former intelligence officer Mr. David Grush declined to answer several questions in a public setting, stating that the information requested was classified and would need to be conducted in a SCIF at the appropriate classification level. Specifically, Mr. Grush could not provide the names or titles of individuals with first-hand knowledge of or direct access to U.A.P. crash retrieval programs. Similarly, Mr. Grush could not provide the names or titles of individuals with first-hand knowledge of or direct access to U.A.P. reverse engineering programs. However, Mr. Grush testified that he provided this information to the Intelligence Committee Inspector General's office. And by the way, I just have to say, I love it that there is a letter from sitting Congress people to the Inspector General of the Pentagon about UFOs. And it tickles me. Okay. Considering Mr. Grush's testimony was under oath, we request answers to the following questions. Which intelligence community members, positions, facilities, military bases, or other actors are involved with U.A.P. crash retrieval programs, directly or indirectly? 2. Which intelligence community members, positions, facilities, military bases, or other actors are involved with U.A.P. reverse engineering programs, directly or indirectly? Okay, here's the fun part. Please respond to these questions by September 15th, 2023. If the information requested in the questions above contains classified material, we request access to this information in a secure setting no later than September 26, 2023. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Boom! There you go. Lightning strike from Tim Burchett, Luna, and Moskowitz. This is amazing. This is an ultimatum to receive information on U.A.P. crash retrievals and reverse engineering by September, guys. Things are still going. Things are still hopping. There is still a good chance to overcome the cover-up and the obstruction. So what happens next? Well, we'll find out, right? But let's say that they are able to get this information from the IG, from the Inspector General. Will they be able to make this public? Because that's the big question, right? If they are able to make this public, well, first of all, it's good for us. We want to know. But in a broader sense, what we need is to put pressure on the powers that be in Congress to form this select committee. that will investigate UFOs and be able to further disclosure in a public setting. I've talked a lot about the Select Committee and how excited I am for this entity to be created. And if it is, I think that will go, that's what we need, guys. That's really what we need to get it out of the shadows. We're not going to be dependent on the gatekeeping committee formed by the Schumer-Rounds Amendment. Now, as excited as I am about that legislation, and I hope it gets passed in a very robust and vigorous form, I have grave doubts about the establishment stepping in to control the narrative and to filter what information we're allowed to get. But if we have an entity in the public purview in Congress with sincere, dedicated actors and Congress people that are actually invested in this subject and who have researched it and know of its validity and importance, and who are in the public eye and who have publicly said they are pro-disclosure and seem sincerely invested in that, then we might actually get some answers. So that's why the Select Committee is so important. So how could all of this, with the business with the letter and the ultimatum play into that? Well, if the Inspector General will testify to some of this stuff publicly, if they can get him on record in a public setting, potentially even with some of the testimony from these witnesses, even if their names are, blocked out or whatever, then we can get the, potentially the Speaker of the House to, be forced to create this Select Committee. Now, here's the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy currently holds the seat for California's 23rd Congressional District and is running for the new 20th Congressional District. I think this is a little out of date, but the big question is, what is the interaction between Mike Turner and Kevin McCarthy? Are they allies? What will be needed to compel Kevin McCarthy to create this Select Committee? How much pressure is going to be needed to brought to bear, right? Well, maybe more than we would like, because Mike Turner did support Kevin McCarthy for Speaker. My instinct is that they are probably fairly closely allied. But here is a statement from Mike Turner and some others that we strongly support Kevin McCarthy for Speaker. Here's another one. Mike Turner voices support for Kevin McCarthy in Speaker dust-up. Dayton Congressman joins other National Security Committee leads in backing the embattled Speaker candidate. And yeah, I'm not going to go through all the stuff, but the point is that Kevin McCarthy and Mike Turner may be birds of a feather, and it may take a lot to compel Kevin McCarthy to authorize the creation of this Select Committee. So we really are going to need the IG to testify publicly, I would imagine, or at least for some of that material from David Grush's interviews with the IG, as well as actual evidence and proof, and also the testimony from the whistleblowers, the participants of the UFO crash retrieval and reverse engineering programs that testify to the IG to come forward. So Tim Burchett and Luna and Muskowitz are on this, and they are delivering an ultimatum to get this information. And if they do, and if they are able to make this information public, it could force Kevin McCarthy's hand and compel him to create this much needed Select Committee to investigate UAPs and release information about UAPs in a public setting in Congress. And that is amazing. That is exactly what needs to happen. I really, really hope it does. And I am very much encouraged by this development. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and the bell to be notified of future videos. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. And if you could share this video on social media. That would be super groovy. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, there's a PayPal button below, or you can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars. I love you guys so much, and thank you for your support. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.